From time to time, I pick up drawing, again and again, year after year. It's basically an annual occurrence at this point that'll last anywhere between like a week to a month, whether I'm picking it up because I feel like it or just trying to brute force it with Inktober, however long that lasts. And yet, year after year, no matter how much I want to put that goddamn pen to this goddamn paper, that is my wall every single time. I want to draw the things that are in my head and put them to paper, but I know they're not going to be one-to-one. And that's my issue, even though I know at the same time that that is just fine. Not a unique feeling, but it's my head, so it's unique to me. And just Catch-22 is a fun little term, but not when it's having a go at me. I want to get better, but whenever I try to put that pen to paper, my brain is simply holding my hand in paralysis. My brain is holding this hand in paralysis because it knows whatever gets practiced and put onto paper isn't going to be good, which isn't a very healthy perspective on practice, I have to say, and being self-aware doesn't exactly help with that, and that's my catch-22. I've got to practice to get good, but apparently I'm not good enough to practice. I know by any goddamn metric the second half of that sentence is wrong. It's complete and utter nonsense. That is the kind of thing a coach would tell a children's sports team. But I don't have a coach. I have my own head being obnoxious. I've got plenty of artists that I follow and adore and would love to take inspiration from, but I know that I can't simply skip steps on skills that literally take years and years to develop. And I don't hate the idea of learning, and I don't hate the idea of practicing. At least in my head, I like to think that I don't. I watch Alfonso Dunn. That dude's a great teacher. I find satisfaction in growth. But sitting down by my lonesome is a wall, just this irritating block of knowing that whatever I sketch out is going to be bad, but knowing that that is half the point. I assume if I was in therapy, they'd tell me that it was some innate fear of failure or something. That's for another day, though. See, something else that I sometimes worry about is the idea of getting into something, less because I just love doing it, and more because I love the idea of it. Some things just kind of seem cool to get into, like take chess, for instance. The very idea of it is just appealing from the offset, as opposed to actually putting the effort in, although I imagine that applies to most things, to be honest. But basically, the conflict in my brain of just doing something for the sake of it seeming cool versus actually enjoying the process. Drawing probably falls in the middle of that Venn diagram because it is in fact a cool thing to be able to do. The very idea of taking your thoughts, your creativity, and making something that much more tangible from them, the gratification from it all, it's very cool. And maybe I do just a little bit want some of the self-gratification that comes from it. A. Shipwright is maybe my favorite artist ever for their uncanny ability to make worlds, characters, and just incredible magic systems for what seems to be every single day with just a single piece every single time. And that's what I want to be able to do. Even a modicum of what they do would be incredible to me. And I know that that's a thing that you have to work on, and it's a thing that I'll keep working on, even if it takes me another bunch of years to keep doing it. Basically, my goal is just to kind of keep chipping at that wall. At the end of the day, that is why I keep throwing myself at this wall again and again and again for whatever number of years it's been at this point. And it's because I do in fact think drawing is amazing. I think artists are amazing. I am mesmerized by their talent and just the simple ability to put pen to paper and create what they do.